Just when I thought things couldn't get any bigger, I woke up, got out of bed, checked my phone, applied my lotion, and it turns out things just got a little bit bigger. So if you understand, it's not about how big things are right now, it's about how big things are going to be. Hit that like and subscribe, get signed up with Femex or BITUNIX Blow if you want to buy Bitcoin, altcoins, or trade. Without any further ado, let's absolutely take a deep dive into some of the most groundbreaking, bone-shattering news that we could ever imagine. So we see, first of all, to give you a nice sense of what just happened, and to give you a sense of how big the upcoming bull market is for crypto, we just absorbed a downturn that was larger than the collapse of Luna or FTX, and have already nearly recovered. Over $700 billion in losses, and 75% of 1 million traders liquidated in 24 hours. This is big. 2025 hasn't even seen anything yet. We're about to get very big. We also see Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy has rebranded to just Strategy, to be honest, because there's nothing micro about MicroStrategy. In fact, if they wanted my advice, I would have renamed it to Big Strategy or Really Big Strategy. But Strategy is the world's first and largest Bitcoin treasury company. And we also see that FDIC is to allow banks to offer Bitcoin and crypto services in revised guidance. Crypto custody is also being discussed. We see that FDIC plans to revise these guidelines. Some banks have met with government officials to push offering custody of crypto assets, along with tokenized deposits that could put some checking accounts on blockchains. You have no idea how big this next year, these potential next 4 years, in fact, are about to get. Things could be bigger than the wildest and the biggest thing you could ever think of. We see BlackRock's European Bitcoin exchange traded product is set to be based in Switzerland. The fact that BlackRock is launching a European Bitcoin ETP is absolutely massive. We see here Switzerland has always been a pro-crypto friendly hub, so it makes sense they set up shop there. Wonder how this will influence the wider European market. Europeans are lagging behind very much, so this is good progress. We see as well, crypto czar David Sachs mentioned yesterday in their press conference that a Bitcoin reserve is one of the first things that he will look into. I don't want to say that's big because it's not big. It's very big. As well, we take a look. New Mexico added to this map of states that are introducing Bitcoin legislation. Absolutely gigantic. But we see Arizona takes the lead with the Arizona State Senate Bill 1025 passing both Democrat and Republican caucus votes and now moves to a general floor vote. It is only a matter of time before we get the very first one of these Bitcoin reserves in one of these states. Which state will it be? I don't know, but it's going to send shockwaves across baby bull kind and moon boy kind alike. We see as well there is hidden bullish divergence being printed on the weekly chart. You can see the price of Bitcoin having higher lows and the RSI having lower lows, which is hidden bullish divergence. I'm not bullish, you're bullish, but also I'm very bullish. And imagine quitting right now with the Bitcoin price performance since the halving. This is where we're at. We compare that to all the other cycles since the halving. Guys, the biggest, most scrum-diddly-umptious, most insanely big times potentially 2 pump that you could ever imagine is closer than you could ever imagine. And it comes at a perfect time when people across the world are losing hope, where people just don't think we'll ever see a true pump again. And we just, people are more pessimistic for some reason now than ever, when we quite literally have the most bullish environment, macroeconomic policy environment that has ever existed. I am selling my toenails and other people's toenails to buy Bitcoin. I'll do anything to buy more Bitcoin. Well, not anything, but I'll do some pretty crazy things, actually. So we see it's over. Bitcoin's actually about to dump massively here, but that's actually a switcheroo because this is an inverted chart. Bitcoin's not about to dump. It's about to dump to the upside. And that's what we in the industry like to call a pump. Now, that's pretty big. That's, in fact, actually really big. And as well, you're calling a top here, question mark, when we see all of these signals showing us that not only are we not about to dump, things are about to be bigger than you could ever imagine. From here on out, I almost just want to name all of my videos big. That's it. Every day, what if I posted a video and my title was just big every day? Probably wouldn't get a lot of views, but that's the honest truth, is that this is big. And as well, we see the price of Bitcoin. You can see it's not doing anything, right? And you might be watching this video thinking, Tyler, you know, why would I care about all of this really good news? I'm not rich yet, and I only care about the price going up. Well, let me tell you one thing. Chill out. When Bitcoin surpasses $150,000 per coin, $250,000 per coin, $350,000 per coin, shall we keep going? $450,000 per coin, $569,000 per coin. Nice. When that happens, you're going to be scratching your nether regions. You're going to be itching down there, and you're going to be asking yourself, what's happening? Why is the price going up? This is why the price is going up. All of the things that I just highlighted very briefly in this video, all of the things that are happening behind the scenes, all of this regulation, all of this infrastructure, all of this framework that's being set up in the most influential country in the world, the US, to support, to legalize, to let flourish this industry for the first time in history. Things are getting extremely big, and you should not be asking yourself, why isn't it pumping? You should be literally clipping your toenails like crazy to sell them to buy Bitcoin while you still have a chance, okay? Buying one Bitcoin right now costs a little bit under $100,000 per coin. Soon that's going to be $1 million, potentially 2, 3, 4, and whatever comes after $4 trillion. Things are about to get really big, and I just absolutely hope that you understand and you don't waste this opportunity. Things are about to go crazy. We look at the chart of Bitcoin here, again, trading sideways for about, I believe it's about like 80 days. We've been between 90,000 and 110,000 for 90 days. Or sorry, 80 days. What did I say it was? 80 days. This is a gift, just like this range right here was a gift. Do you remember this, by the way? This wasn't really that fun. From the beginning of March until the beginning of November. You guys remember this? Like 8 straight months of just trading sideways here, but also kind of going down. And then look what happened when Trump got elected. It pumped when Trump got elected because the market knew that it would be healthy for the crypto market and that we were going to get positive framework and positive legislation. There were a lot of doubters saying as soon as Trump got elected that there would be no chance that he would actually follow through on his promises. But that is exactly what he's doing. And people are eating their words right now because they were wrong. He is actually doing what he said he was going to do. Haters are in disbelief is the easiest way to say this. And I hope you go and ask your mom for a couple extra bucks because you want to be invested in this market when the pump comes, okay? You do not want to be missing out, sitting on the sidelines when the pump comes. As well, look at this. Over the last few days, the US dollar index is suffering a little bit, right? But overall, Bitcoin, I mean, we also see like the S&P 500 is actually finding support. I think we're going to be on to new all-time highs actually soon here. And I think Bitcoin's going with it. I think Bitcoin's actually going to pump, and then the stock market is going to be going with it. But I think pump coin. I think Bitcoin is going to pump harder, faster, stronger, bigger, and did I mention bigger than any other coin in the history of the baby bulls. So if you're watching this video, I have one piece of advice for you. It's about to get pretty darn big. So get signed up with Femix or BITUNIX below if you want to buy Bitcoin, altcoins, or trade. I'm excited for them.